All right, your boy Jerry Lewis is in the news. You remember him, Lewis and Martin, of course, from the old Jerry Lewis movies.
You going to do the Hey Lady, First Lady again?
Do you know how to do that? Do you have it on the audio on that? Say, hey, lady, First Lady. Hey. She's First Lady.
That's all I've got. I searched for Hey Lady, and
it actually doesn't even say "Hey Lady" in the movie.
Exactly. Yeah, there is no clip of him saying "Hey Lady."
It's like the lady. Those socks are mine.
Yeah, and he's trying to keep everybody from trampling him as they rush to a sale in a clothing store.
Right.
Ladies.
So Jerry Lewis, he's I don't know how old he's got to be in his 80s. 80s? Is he in his 80s? Hey, 80s.
It is 80s. But let's see. Jerry Lewis, born March 16th, 1926. That would make him 84.
And a murder suspect for those two infants that Charlie Beck was talking about today, right?
No, I don't think so.
What year were those infants born?
They don't know. They don't even know when they were born.
They don't?
They don't know when they were born. They don't know when they were
How many guys are working on that? How many guys we got working on it?
13.
13 including?
No, I don't know.
Including Magnum P.I.?
Would you stop with Magnum? I don't.
You know who that is?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into this Jerry Lewis audio, ladies and gentlemen. He is commenting on Lindsay Lohan and her latest antics. Also, he comments on Britney Spears and Paris Hilton. Now, if somebody were to ask me, does Jerry Lewis know who all three of those ladies are, I would have to say no. But he does. Even in his 80s. How old's the guy again? Would you say, Bender?
84.
He's 84. So he's the same age, give or take a year. I think he's a year older than Vin Scully. Which is remarkable. A year or two older than Vince Scully.
I think 4 years.
No.
4 years. No, yeah.
Scully's like 82, and Lewis is 84.
Yeah.
And hey, listen, I went to LAUSD, but I could still learn.
No, he's only 1 year. He was only
it was a year apart. Okay, it's a year apart. But in remarkable shape compared to what he was 3 or 4 years ago. Remember he was all bloated out on pills?
Yeah, I actually stopped watching the telethon for those couple of years because it was tough to watch.
Yeah, he was on prednisone and all kinds of, muscle relaxers or whatever, but it really blew his skull up there. And it was tough to watch because you thought the charity was just raising money for him. I mean, that's what it looked like. It's like, hey, call and donate money for me because I'm busted out here. All right, anyway, so here's Jerry Lewis commenting on Lindsay Lohan, Britney Spears, and your girl, Paris Hilton. Yeah, these three ladies.
Been a star all my life.
Yeah, since I was 20.
And you've been doing this. This is your 60th year. You've used your celebrity for wonderful things.
How about that leading question? So you're remarkable. You're spectacular. You're unbelievable. You're the funniest man in the world. So funny, spectacular guy. You're the best, right? Well, yeah, I guess. Jerry Lewis used to do something. This is a rumor. I don't know if it was ever confirmed, but I think it. I've heard it more than once. But whenever he had meetings with executives, he would always bring a briefcase. And then inevitably he would accidentally leave the briefcase in the office after he was done with the meeting, come back an hour later and retrieve his briefcase. Always, he was notorious for forgetting briefcases behind in meetings. Then he'd come back and he'd pick up the briefcase and he'd go home and he'd apologize. Sorry guys, my briefcase I just left it here. I didn't know what I was doing. But he always had a tape recorder in that briefcase and was recording what the executives said about an hour after he left. So I don't know whether that's like insecurity or whether that's just, I don't know, maybe that's good planning. Maybe that's what you got to do in show business. You got to understand what people are thinking and saying about you so you can get ahead.
This is your 60th year. You've used your celebrity for wonderful things. When you look at someone like Lindsay Lohan, what? And then you hear that she may get $1 million for her first interview for being out of rehab. And Paris Hilton, who was arrested here a couple of nights ago. What do you think about celebrities today?
Now, here's a perfect opportunity for you if you'd have just gone, hey, what I would say is, hey, ladies.
I do that?
Then we'd have the bite.
One, they don't know who Al Jolson was.
Most people don't know who Al Jolson was. All right? I happen to know because in high school I had to watch the Al Jolson Story. So I know a little bit about him. His real name was Asa Yolson, and he went to the same high school as Babe Ruth. So I know a little bit about him. And some of the songs that he sang, I think California, Here I Come was one of them. How about that song? California, Here I Come. But Al Jolson was great. But you can't get down on... I bet you Lindsay Lohan knows exactly who Al Jolson is. I bet you that Paris Hilton thinks that Al Jolson is the buyer who goofs for Trader Joe's. And I'm not sure what Britney Spears... I bet Britney Spears knows who Al Jolson is as well. So I think you're underestimating these ladies.
That's one. Two, they have no idea that celebrity is looked upon by the masses as a wonderful thing.
Yeah, they do.
And three, they're not going to have that problem too long. They will go away.
But it seems... Well, we've got a whole list of people...
I don't know if they're going to go away. I mean, I think that Britney Spears may make a comeback. Lindsay Lohan will probably be around for a while, unless she kills herself with pills.
Well, that's what I was thinking. He was going there. He was going with go away equals death.
And then Paris Hilton. Now, how old is Paris Hilton? Let me see. She was born in 1981.
29.
She's 29?
Yeah, she'll be 30, I think, soon.
So she's right on the border of... she's right on the edge there where she's got to sort of stop the cocaine. Because those are... these years now speed up anyway. You don't want an accelerant in your body to speed that look up. She's in the diamond lane right now. I think she needs to turn that right-hand blinker on and get into that number 2 lane. Slow it down just a bit, baby. There's a lot of cocaine. I mean, I don't know how much coke you can do. You start getting kicked out of Las Vegas hotels because you're doing cocaine at 29. You got to, step back and sit on the bench, put the towel around your neck, and put a sweatsuit on and just sit there for a while.
It's like last night when you talked about the Wynn Resorts firing her boyfriend as manager of their nightclubs.
Yeah.
How bad of a celebrity or how bad does your problem need to be that Vegas kicks you out? When you
I know Vegas kicks Paris Hilton out.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a hotel with her name on it there.
Jeez.
And they kick her out of the hotel. Wow, that's unbelievable.
Now I wonder if and I don't know anything about Wynn v. Hilton in terms of a rivalry, but I wonder if
there is,
they've been waiting for an opportunity like this.
Well, I don't probably because they're fairly close to each other.
Yeah, just to stick it to the family or something.
And I
don't know.
Steve Wynn had a very difficult time buying a lot of the property that Encore and Wynn Resort are on right now. They're all little homes. He had to buy everybody out, and he went through hell trying to buy everybody out.
Maybe it goes deeper than drugs.
Yeah. All right,
but how bad does it need to be for you to be a drug-using celebrity to not be able to go to a Vegas hotel? 2 of them. I
know. It's unbelievable. And I wonder if the boyfriend, Paris Hilton's boyfriend knows who Al Jolson is. All right, when we come back, we'll play the rest of Jerry Lewis talking about these 3 ladies, Britney Spears, Paris Hilton, and Lindsay Lohan. It's nice to see the old guard talk about the new up-and-coming actresses or, I guess, personalities. It's Tim Conway Jr. on KFI AM 640, more stimulating talk radio.
Even though the gods are crazy, even though the stars are blind, if you show me real love, baby, I'll show you mine.
KFI AM 640, more stimulating talk radio. Tim Conway Jr. here. That's, who's that? Britney Spears or Paris Hilton? Paris Hilton, right?
Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton. Yeah, I guess all 3 of them have songs, right? Britney Spears, Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan's song is, stay away from me. Don't take pictures of me. Don't harass me. I'm sitting here drinking and driving. Something like that, right? All right, this is Jerry Lewis. He's in the news because of the telethon that's coming up this weekend to raise money for MDA. What does it stand for? Muscular Dystrophy Association. Yeah. So he's ramping it up. And here's the press release. Legendary entertainer and MDA National Chairman Jerry Lewis will be headlining a star-studded... You got a pen? Hold on one second. Some quotes around here. All right. Get the quote pen out here. Star-studded. There's the first one. A television program that's expected to be watched by some 40 million... I'll put a question mark there. 40 million Americans. Have to research that. Thanks to the Love Network. That sounds like a 976 number you dial, or 900 number. It's Love Network. Hold, please. You'll be connected to an operator. One of the more than 170 television stations and cable stations carrying the telethon. You know what? 40 million people may watch like a second of this or so, but it's not going to be people are going to watch it for, you're going to land on it because it's on 170 stations and you'll watch it for a couple seconds and then you'll move on. But the 2010 Super Bowl got 106 million people. You think this thing's going to get 40 million? You think this is going to get 40% of the Super Bowl audience? It's crazy. Yeah. The Emmy said 13 million. All right. So what? Jerry Lewis and his star-studded crew is going to, 40 million? Please. There's not 40 million people know who Al Jolson is. Left. All right. The telethon will also showcase live performances by music icons, including Tony Orlando, Taylor Dane, Maureen McGovern, and Charo. Wow. I thought Charo was in the hospital with the a bum hip, and then she was read the last rites. Isn't that Charo? Oh, that's Zsa Zsa? Oh. Jack Jones will be there. Wow. Who else is going to be there? Las Vegas headliners, Carrot Top. This is unbelievable. I mean, they say here, star-studded television program, right? And then they give us the names. Carrot Top, Terry Fader. Anybody? Terry Fader? I guess he's a comic. George Wallace. And returning to join the funny men, John Panette will be there. I think John Panette's actually pretty funny. Bob Zaney, Norm Crosby, and Charlie Callis. All right. Is there going to be anybody doing ventriloquist? I'm sure that'll happen. And then somebody come out and do the can. They'll be like, Fader's the ventriloquist? Oh, boy. Yeah. Man, if I was in a wheelchair and I had MDA, I'd ask Jerry to step up the list just a bit because I want to get out of this chair. I don't think you can do it with the ventriloquist. All right, here's more of Jerry Lewis talking about Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton, and Britney Spears.
On these reality shows, and
I don't see reality shows. I wouldn't watch them.
If Lindsay Lohan, she's a talented girl.
I'd smack her in the mouth if I saw her.
Wow.
I would smack her in the mouth and be arrested for abusing a woman.
Yeah.
What would you say to her?
I would say you deserve this and nothing else. Whack!
Wow. That loud stage voice that he gave him. They have a camera and a microphone on the guy. You don't have to give a stage, Jerry. You don't have to eat up the scenery.
I don't know what's better.
That thing's electronic.
Or whack.
Whack. Hey, lady. If he said to Lindsay right before, hey, lady.
I would say you deserve this and nothing else. Whack! And then, if she's not satisfied, I'll put her over my knee and spank her. And then put her in rehab, and that's it.
Oh, man.
Wow. Well,
this will get Lindsay to sober up. She'll never have another drink in her life.
That would get me to sober up if I had to watch that.
Wouldn't you love to see that, though?
Either that
on a pay-per-view, would you see a pay-per-view of him smacking her in the face and then putting her over his lap and hitting her?
Yeah, maybe.
Doesn't have the right to do to herself what she's doing. She's not hurting my business. What she's doing is hurting herself, and I think that hurts me. It hurts me for her.
And Paris?
Huh?
And Paris Hilton?
The same thing with Paris Hilton. Those children are begging for help. What they're doing is saying, can you please help me? And Britney did it for 3 years until somebody walked in and helped her.
Now, hold on one second. If you know that Britney Spears was fritzing for about 3 years, you know everything about Lindsay Lohan, you know about Paris Hilton, you're watching some reality television, Jerry. You're not ignoring everything when it comes to reality television. Trust me.
The terrible part about our business, Jim, is that most people
it's like, being a Nate Now's in the 1920s. Let me tell you about our business. Hey, honey, how about sharpening this coffee up just a bit? Let me tell you about our business.
Don't know their craft. They therefore don't really help the director. They don't help the writer, and they don't help the play. They have to learn what they're doing, and how does that get to the public? It gets through your crew, it gets through your people next to you, and you treat them with infinite care because they're the
Jerry. Do you want to go back and ask the crew how you treated them through your career? I think that was the time to lay off Britney Spears, Paris Hilton, and Lindsay Lohan. I mean, if that's the bottom line, how you handle the crew and how you treat the crew, then I think you're throwing stones, my brother.
And you
some
really
kind of black
think
Vegas house.
At any point, either of those three cared about their craft, unless it was craft services?
They're enjoying themselves. They're young women in show business with tons of money, and they're good looking. So, I mean, listen, everybody wants to be with them. I think I'd do cocaine, too.
Listen, Tim.
What?
Listen, all right?
Yeah, listen, let me talk about... Hey, Bender, after the show, I'm going to talk about my business, our business.
Listen, Tim.
Radio business.
You don't know it.
Yeah,
I don't think you care about your craft.
My craft. That's how you treat people,
Whack.
It's amazing. The people just don't, shut up.